My name is Eita Abalogun Jr. I'd like to welcome you to this segment on Channel Sports Sunday where we're going to talk to you strictly football matters. I'm not going to do this alone. The next 20 minutes, we'll see me having Larry Pinel discuss what is going on in the world of football locally and around the world. I'd like to welcome you, Larry.
Always a pleasure being in the studio.
Indeed, fantastic to have you in the studio as well. Now, I'm going to start with the local scene. I know that games did not take place in the MPFL, no doubt, but we have a couple of things we're currently tracking. The fact that Stephen Keshi, we understand, is in town. We are yet to confirm that on authority, though, but from what we've been following up with, we understand that he's going to lead the Super Eagles against Congo when they get to play for the Nations Cup qualifier that will take place on the 4th of September against Congo. Initially, we were built to take on Rwanda, but the issue that didn't see Rwanda could play. We'll see Congo play. They actually appealed, but Congo will be playing the Super Eagles. We're going to talk about that. Also, I'm not going to overflog the NFF issue, the Chris Giwa situation. I'm sure Ken will probably come and talk about that. But the past week, I would like your assessment of what went down with the Super Eagles and the NFF crisis in your own view.
What can we say about the NFF crisis apart from the fact that we seem to be washing all our dirty linens in public, and as soon as we can resolve it, the better for us. As Ken has said, it is not every time FIFA has to intervene in Nigeria's situation, and that's exactly how it appears. I mean, I don't know the number of people who actually voted, in support of Chris Giwa, but then it appears that there seems to be a faction now. And how do you resolve this? And FIFA allegedly is recognizing one faction as against the other. So it must be resolved. Stephen Keshi's side, he has magnanimously agreed that's the letter written by FIFA to the minutes of the meeting of the executive committee of the Nigerian Football Federation, and they wrote to FIFA. To the FIFA body, intimating them of what had actually happened. And then Jerome Valcke, FIFA's General Secretary, actually responded and wrote back and said the status quo ante must be maintained so that they can have proper elections, so to speak. Away from that, I don't like meddling myself into NFF affairs. It gives me headache, and you know that for sure. But for me,
especially when you tell me,
for me, Stephen Keshi magnanimously agreed. That's the FIFA response by Jerome Valcke to the Nigerian Football Federation. So, as it stands, we remain where we are. It's neither here nor there, particularly as regards Chris Giwa and the remaining of the gladiators, so to speak, Aminu Megari and all of that. But hopefully, we hope it will be resolved. If not, we are staring down the barrel of another sanction, another ban by FIFA. And you know what that entails for our football. Yeah. I want to remain positive. I want to remain optimistic.
We have to tomorrow morning.
We have to tomorrow morning, exactly, to resolve things as it were.
Well, Chris Giwa has actually come out to say that everything, the NFF under Chris Giwa have come out to say that it to be sorted out as early as possible, and we hope these things will be done and dusted with. Well, that's it. We're going to talk some as regards that in the course of the paper. I wish you could make this, well, it's public, if you want to get to see the content of that letter, but like I did say, Ken will dwell further on that. Now, the Stephen Keshi issue, it seems like it's going to be earning about 6 million naira, and he's going to be taking charge of the Super Eagles, especially against that game when we're going to play Congo.
What I would like in the Stephen Keshi issue is that, having put to bed, hopefully, the amount he's going to earn, I would love Stephen Keshi, I would love the Nigerian Football Federation, I would love the technical committee of the NFF to give Stephen Keshi and his assistants work to do. It is not an issue of you going to the United States of America and then staying there for 1 month
to monitor
and monitor. You cannot stay in the United States. You are not Jürgen Klinsmann with Germany because they have a system that runs. We don't. You should come back to the Nigerian League every week. Either Stephen Keshi, Ikechukwu, Daniel Amokachi must watch 1 or 2 games.
But Daniel Amokachi is a thoroughbred local
definitely
observer.
He is.
So is that not enough?
Those are some of the mandates he has to have. It is not enough. Okay. I mean, there's an adage in Yoruba land that says your 20 people's eyes cannot be like your own eyes.
You need to translate that.
I won't translate that on national TV. Okay. But Keshi's eyes needs to monitor all of these things particularly. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. He needs to watch all those games. Look at that thriller we had in Abba, the Abba Classico, Abia Warriors versus Eyimba. Keshi should have been there. He will have spotted 2 or 3 players who can graduate to the AFCON and then graduate to the... That's one of the things I expect as one of the mandates that Keshi would have. But having said that, I think it's the proper thing to do to reward Keshi with a good contract.
All right. Today is the last day of the month of August. Eventually, we we will see the beginning of September, and a lot of things will happen in the month of September. Good things at BDU, and we will want to see the Super Eagles get one past the Congolese when they get to play the first leg in Calabar. We'll be made to understand that game will be played in Calabar. All right, that's it. We're going to keep track of what is going on with the Super Eagles and Stephen Keshi as regards developments with Nigerian football as well. Now, quickly having said that, we're built to see some MPFL games. Unfortunately, these games were not played. A game was not played, and we have an authority that these games today will not be played. Well, that's what we have, unless we have something contrary. But the games that were scheduled to take place today, we had Abia Warriors to take on Giwa FC, Aqua United to take on Eyimba. Other fixtures, Aqua will take on Eyimba, like I did say. Crown FC will take on Nasarawa United. Enugu Rangers will play Dolphin. Atlant will play host to Kaduna United. Lobi will take on El Kanemi. Sharks will play Gombe United. Taraba will take on Kano Pillars, and Warri Wolves will take on Sunshine Stars. As it stands, week 25 log table, as well as Kano Pillars, if you can get to see the log table right now. Kano Pillars on top with 43 points after playing 25 games. Nasarawa United still maintains second. They've played 25 games as well. They have 41 points. And Dolphin are currently fourth. Eyimba are in third. They have 40 points. That's the proper log table on your screen right now. Kano Pillars are 43, Nasarawa 41, Eyimba 40, and Dolphin in fourth with 39. We've said it so many times. This log table is actually taking form and taking shape. Although we see Nasarawa United in the mix. Bottom table, we see Bayelsa, Cardinal, Crown, and Nembe. A lot of people might not be surprised with Nembe City. Maybe some people are. But Bayelsa, I'm sure a lot of people are surprised at the bottom of the table as it stands.
A lot of people are surprised. And some of the reasons that given for matches not going ahead this weekend has actually been attributed to Players Union.
Yeah.
They mentioned that. And then referees as well. So we hope that that's resolved as soon as possible. And this also has to do with the brouhaha coming from the NFF. As soon as they resolve that, hopefully matches will resume. Nasarawa, people say we didn't see that coming. But by the time a team goes to Kano Pillars to poach their coach.
And Baba Ganaro was fantastic with Nasarawa. He was fantastic. He won the league.
He won the league.
With Kano Pillars.
Exactly. And he has one of his backroom stars, Aloy Agu, the former Nigerian goalkeeper. And people don't see that. And I have a fantastic captain, Baba Idris. And it's showing. Eyimba will also be there. Guess what? This morning I was checking the rest of the fixtures for the remainder of the season. Do you know? Kano Pillars is leading Eyimba with just 3 points right now. Do you know that the last game of the season is actually Eyimba versus Kano Pillars in Aba? It means if it stays this way, 3 points until the end of the season.
But that's if they win.
I mean, if everybody wins, lose, give or take, averagely, and then they get to 3 points to the
remember
last
the incident that happened last time in Kano?
That's why I'm saying LMC, goodness me, whoever did this is a genius. I mean, putting Eyimba Kano Pillars last. And the interesting thing is that the remaining 4 games of the season until the end of the season, from week 35 to 38, will all be played on a Sunday at the same time. So there will be no match.
No match fixing. That's it. All right, that's said about the Nigerian Premier League. We're going to keep track of the Nigerian Premier League and tell you what the situation will be. We still have a couple of more games. Well, not a couple. We have so many games to go, about 13 more games till the end of the season. We can't wait for all this to be put to rest. Talking about